everyone, my name is Fox Rental, aka 9-Bit Fox, and welcome to another Steven Universe theories. This one is When It Rains, I believe that was the name of it. And this is another Steven / Peridot episode, which I freaking love. Peridot is becoming one of my favorite characters, and I can't wait till she meets more of the town along with Steven. But, alright, so basically, I've just seen this episode, it's freaking I love it. Steven and the Crystal Gems are having a hard time getting Peridot to get out of the bathroom and to get information about the cluster. After that, they leave to go on I believe, a mission or try to figure out something more about the cluster without Peridot's help. Peridot, then starts to rain, thunderstorms, everything. Steven's charged to look after Peridot. Peridot then runs out of the bathroom, believing the cluster is coming about to destroy the world. But she then finds out, then Steven starts telling her about rain and everything, about how rain works. So then Peridot decides, after going outside and feeling the rain on her, figuring out that rain isn't bad, that Steven and her can fight the cluster, but she first needs to go to the kindergarten to figure out when everything was created, or not when everything was created. Figure out everything that happened to explain everything to Steven, which he then explained more about the cluster, saying it's a giant geode, which actually there was that geode with the storm in it at one point, which there was a theory about that. So most likely that could be probably the head of the this monster, I don't know. But she then explains that all of those fusion gems that we've found so far were actually all experiments when the actual thing was to create a giant gem warrior through force fusion, which is going to be even bigger than the Earth itself, and when it emerges, will destroy the Earth completely. That, of course, happening is bad. Peridot then decides that she has to stop it, along with Steven, who she believes knows everything about the Earth. Steven says no, they need to go to the gems. The gem says no way. Peridot says no way they can go to the gems. She doesn't trust them, and which actually shows a little bit cool, as showing that Peridot basically only does trust Steven, which is kind of cool. Also, that most of her knowledge, she's read over 100 files or reports about what happened on Earth hundreds of years ago, and also it says that she wasn't around back then when this all started. So that then means that she's very young, which of course I don't know. But she also said something about she knew Steven was a quartz, which, okay, maybe, I don't know if that means then that Rose isn't a pink diamond, or I still think Rose is a pink diamond, but she said it was a quartz, which then means that Earth possibly only can spawn quartz, because she talked about the kindergarten saying when Steven popped out, and she said that he was a quartz, which then also explains about amethyst being, amethyst is another type of quartz itself. So basically, that being that was the thing. Basically, that being that, ears itchy. Of course, that probably means something that, depending on the world you're created on, most likely means what type of gem you might be. That's just a guess. But anyways, let me continue with the episode before I go through that. Steven and Peridot get stuck in a bubble as more fusion gems come after, more force fusion gems, cluster gems come after them. Them being saved by the Crystal Gems, which then Peridot finally decides to tell the gems everything, and that's where the episode cuts. I extremely love this episode. I especially love because I didn't know there was an episode today, because I checked my recordings and said it wasn't there, it wasn't going to record, but then it turns out episode recorded, so I'm like, awesome. That episode I extremely love. I love these episodes with Peridot, which, since until Peridot's probably completely trusted, we're probably going to have a lot of Steven with Peridot episodes, which I really won't mind, especially when Steven starts introducing Peridot to everyone else in town, and especially Connie, because I kind of want to see how Connie and Peridot are going to act towards each other. You also see Peridot now opening up to helping the Crystal Gems and be working as a team. So it's kind of like Peridot's redemption, which I kind of wonder if Jasper will appear and become possibly a Crystal Gem, if she'll have a similar story arc where she will slowly have to learn about everything and learn to trust the Crystal Gems before the big kaboom. Which actually, now that I think about it, that's probably what's going to happen, since the cluster right now, since I don't know about Diamond or any of the Homeworld Gems coming yet. With the cluster coming, they're probably going to need Malachite's help, aka Lapis/Jasper. So that might be a way how they're going to introduce Jasper into becoming a friend. Oh, right. I keep worrying about the time, but I'm uploading this on my new channel because the other one still has that strike on it. But hopefully Jasper also join, but this shows that Peridot may join the Crystal Gems, which I am so extremely hoping. I'm pretty sure that's probably what's going to happen, and I'm going to be so happy because I just love how Peridot, Peridot with Steven, how she's very analytical. Like, she's analytical, but then she's also, I would say, innocent in a sense. She knows all these things, but she doesn't know about Earth. She doesn't know about Rain. So it's like she's extremely smart. She's probably smarter than most of the. She's probably, or knows a lot more than some of the Crystal Gems. But then she also still doesn't know that much about Earth. So it kind of puts her in a middle ground. Like, haha, I'm super smart, except for all those things I don't know about. Huh. But I just love it. I love seeing Peridot as a team player, and like as this story progresses, we're reaching up some cooler stuff that's happening. Hopefully Malachite will reappear, and Jasper and Lapis will probably join the team also. I am extremely hoping this, because I just love the idea that Peridot's basically going to join, and I would love to see everyone. Basically, I just want to see the interactions, like how Lapis and Jasper are going to act toward the Crystal Gems, because I love every time the Crystal Gems and Peridot were talking, it was just freaking hilarious. They were just throwing insults at each other at some points. Oh yeah, I love it when before Garnet leaves, before Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst leaves, Garnet goes, "Steven, I have something very important to tell you." "What?" "I love you." Oh, I just love that. It was just, "I love you." You're like, aww. But I extremely love these episodes with Peridot. The story's actually progressing. Like, not to say I didn't like things like, well, Sadie's song was alright, and stuff like that. This episode I just like more because, one, it does increase the story, but also introduces a new character who's new to Earth. It's not so much like a fish out of water kind of story because Steven's telling her everything about it, and it's more about Peridot learning to trust Steven, and then in turn is going to start learning to trust the Crystal Gems, and then in turn possibly become a Crystal Gem, which I do hope if she does become a Crystal Gem, she will adopt the star and probably a new set of clothing. But, if you think about it, most of, well, at least Jasper and Peridot, both have skin-tight, space-type clothing, while Pearl and Amethyst have more Earth-like clothing, and then Garnet really just still has the skin-tight clothing, but she still has the star on it. So I kind of want to see them adopt I want to see Peridot adopt the star, but I just love the episode. It was extremely fun. I loved it extremely much. So, tell me what you guys thought about it in the comments below. I believe it was Ross Rachel who left a comment on my last Steven Universe one. Thank you for that comment. I hope my comment helped added something to that discussion. But, again, I'm just loving these episodes. That Geo that we saw a few episodes back when Greg broke his leg, or when Steven healed his leg. I think that might be like part of the cluster, possibly that's probably the gem, because they called the gem a geode, which that giant thing was. So most likely that's going to be most likely that's the gem itself, the fusion of all those different gems. But yeah, this extremely fun. I liked it. I don't know if they're gonna get Peridot's extra limbs back, since that's all in the water somewhere. Although it wouldn't be too surprising to see Garnet jump into that one water and go deep down to go grab the pieces. That way, Peridot can possibly help with the fight until she learns how to use her own weapons, which is actually pretty cool if we have a story arc of Peridot trying to learn her natural ability of summoning that and possibly learning how to bubble. Because I don't know if she knows how to do that. And she didn't show a weapon when the fusion monsters came, so most likely she doesn't know how to summon her weapon either. But either way, extremely fun episode. I loved it. Tell me what you guys thought about it in the comments below, and thank you guys for watching. Check out all my videos, and we will see you later.